strange in the sky lately? If you answered yes, you're not alone.
UFO sightings in Manitoba are soaring. Now, the most recent came this past weekend over the skies in Brandon. And there is video. CTV's Sheila North Wilson joins us now to explain.
Sheila, what was spotted?
Strange lights. The man who shot the video shot about 2 minutes worth, and he says that it was a series of lights turning on and off. The man says the lights followed him for about 20 kilometers, and he believes they may have come from a UFO. And he's not alone in believing that we are not alone. The numbers for UFO sightings are actually on the rise, and some believe Manitoba is a hotbed of activity for flying saucers.
Those are the lights right there. They're in the air.
Clearly shocked. The man who shot this cell phone video is trying to make sense of what he's seeing.
I am shaking right now.
He shot the images near Brandon on Saturday. He himself doesn't want to be identified, but says he thinks the lights are coming from a UFO. A spokesperson from the base says what the man likely saw was a military exercise, training soldiers to shoot in the dark. Flares are needed for the exercise, and they stay illuminated for a long time.
I can't believe I'm actually holding the camera this steady.
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We have a breaking news story out of Winnipeg, Canada. The footage presented and reported on by CTV News in Winnipeg of a very mysterious sighting that just occurred. And it actually frightened the eyewitness who recorded the footage to the point where he didn't even want to be named. He wished to remain anonymous. And as you're seeing here, we have yet another sighting of these lights that I've spoken about a lot. I probably don't need to go into detail about it, especially if you've been a follower of the channel. If you're not a longtime subscriber and all of this is new to you, well, obviously you know that we're a UFO research channel, and we report on a range of topics that deal with the ongoing government cover-up of strange activity happening not only on our planet, but out in space and throughout the universe. The UFO part is just one aspect, and since the very beginning, we have reported on and received reports of these unknown lights that have been witnessed across the globe. This is an international phenomenon where you will have these sets of unidentified lights that seem to just sit there locked in position. And in most cases, they do not move, they do not fall to the ground, and are rarely ever officially explained. Now, you can watch the entire CTV News video, I'll put it down in the video description, but they go on to talk about the fact that this happened in the vicinity of a nearby military base. And what oftentimes happens here is that you will get a UFO sighting, and in reality, let's be honest, what location in today's world isn't in some form or another near some type of military bases? I mean, we've got military bases all over the world, in every country, and usually within a couple of 100 miles of any town you can point your finger to on a map. So it becomes very easy for the government or for the military to come out and say, well, hey, these were likely just military flares that were being used during an exercise. And of course, it's always a military exercise. And really, what conspiracy or cover-up haven't we seen that at one time or another hasn't been linked to a purported military exercise of some sort? And when it comes to this eyewitness, he isn't buying it, not one bit. These lights did not go near the ground. They sat in formation and at one point split into two pairs, consisting of two lights each, which is what you're seeing here. And this is actually very common with many of the UFO sightings of these strange lights that we've reported on this channel. And it's an ongoing pattern where you'll see these lights in pairs, sitting 2 by 2, lingering in the dark skies above, locked in position. These aren't flares tumbling to the ground. If anything, in most of these reports, eyewitnesses will see these lights suddenly start moving towards space. And that is if they move at all, and sometimes we will see them sitting there for hours and hours. Now, I will give some credit to these news reporters because unlike most in the mainstream media who will simply show these clips as a humor piece, where they will make fun of the footage, they will downplay and insult those who believe in UFOs and this strange phenomenon that has been ongoing and well documented for 50 plus years. And For the most part, the reporters here were respectful. They mention how Canada has been witnessing a UFO wave over the past few years that is almost unimaginable, and we're seeing this all over the world. And I appreciate it here that these news anchors also alluded to the fact that the number of UFO sightings are not only growing, but the number of people who believe in this phenomenon and who are not buying these official stories coming out by the government, by the military, are also rising. So, first of all, I wanted to get this footage out and see if anybody over Winnipeg has any more footage. So that's first thing. So I want all of you guys to share this video, especially if you have friends in Canada, near Winnipeg, even if they're not near Winnipeg, because oftentimes we will see these lights appear in multiple locations. It doesn't matter the distance. And to once again prove that these strange lights are being witnessed all over the world, I have another piece of footage that I just got in. I just received it last night, of yet again another set of these strange lights eerily sitting in the sky, again startling another set of onlookers. So check out this clip that was captured over Dorchester, England.
The left one's been moving up and down. UFO, seriously.
No, it can't be.
They're moving. They've been just stood down here. Nothing just sits there in the sky like that.
Stops.
Oh my god, it's insane. No. Because the bottom left one was a lot lower a minute ago.
Was it?
Yeah. They're moving.
It's weird. Oh, one's gone. No.
No?
Well, it's going.
It's gonna go, yeah, it's gonna go behind the building.
No, just literally, it's gone.
No, I can still see it.
That's weird.
Oh my god. There've been these all over the world, honey. These two of them, always.
Why always two?
I don't know. The left one was a lot lower earlier. It's crazy. Oh shit. This is for you, Tyler, at Secure Team. Love your show.
Just, people are gonna think you're weird.
I don't care if people think I'm weird.
I'm gonna go.
Look at them.
Oh wait, I'll be back.
Look at them. As you can see, our star's out, but we can't really see it.
Alright, so we have another set of these dual lights, as the source called them. This was sent over by Mr. Jesse Webb, who said that he lives in Dorchester, England, and he caught these lights 2 nights ago. He described the sighting and these lights as hovering there for a good 30 minutes before finally disappearing. Now, just before they vanished, the lights went from sort of a horizontal position to a vertical one, where one of the lights moved from the side of the other object and appeared just below it. And you can actually see them throughout that video as they slowly turn and change their position in the sky. So here we are, yet again, perfect example of these strange things, these strange sightings that are happening everywhere. There are many of you who have watched the channel who have never witnessed a UFO sighting, and many of us haven't. And although these sightings are occurring at a much larger rate all over the world, well, it's a big-ass world, and there's a lot of land, and so we can still have a large amount of UFO sightings happening without a large majority of people experiencing them. But that is not to say that you will not witness one in the future, because these sightings are happening. The military has no idea what they are, and if the military is not giving us any answers, the government is quick to cover them up, and the mainstream media is even quicker to make a mockery of such activity in an attempt to dissuade people who are new to the research from taking a closer look at these sightings, and will then hopefully just stay asleep and not pay too much attention. But we're not going to let that happen, and that's the point of this channel. You know, I posted a video yesterday talking about another recent sighting that happened over Florida. Perhaps many of you saw the video, where residents across Florida witnessed this bright green glowing object that lit up the sky so bright that it looked like daytime. And the story was picked up, it was recorded on police dash cams, and we posted a video yesterday. Now, at the beginning of the title of that video, I wrote UFO Invasion Panic, and I've gotten some flack from some people, just a few, in the comments section of that video, who accused me of fear-mongering, asking me why did you have to write UFO Invasion Panic. They told me that no one was panicking, and so claimed that the title was misleading, or that it was overhyping the content of the video. And I've got to tell you, if you are going to sit there and tell me that people do not get panicked over these UFO encounters, then you, my friend, obviously haven't been following and studying this phenomenon as long as I have. Because I can tell you with absolute certainty that for many people, one of the very first emotions that has, can, and will strike you during one of these encounters is panic, is fear. And indeed, the title of that specific video fit perfectly, because it specifically related to the hundreds, if not thousands, of Floridians who witnessed this bright green glowing object, who flooded the emergency 911 systems as well as the Northport Police. And this is a direct quote from the Northport Police that people were in fact panicked, calling 911, asking what was going on, thinking that there was possibly an invasion, and that they were seeing strange things. And so of course you're going to have panic. Now, that doesn't mean to say that the panic is justified, and of course, you'll have a ton of people who don't panic at all when witnessing this strange activity. It's just a matter of who you are, how you react to things. But to say that there's no panic connected to the UFO and alien phenomenon, I mean, I should let you guys read some of the emails and messages I get from people who have witnessed these things and who were sincerely frightened. And from people who watch other videos and read things on the internet from true fearmongers out there, who I then have an obligation to, in any way that I can, calm them down and assure them that there is nothing to panic about. And again, for the most part, we have no evidence people should be panicked of UFO sightings, but that's what people do. People get frightened of things that they don't know, things that are out of their norm and out of their comfort zone. Ask any number of the thousands of people who have experienced alien abductions if they weren't panicked and full of fear out of their experiences. And these abductions do happen. And I know there's some people out there who want to say that all of these extraterrestrial beings are 100% benevolent. But can we truly claim that, having looked at evidence, particularly to that of animal abductions and mutilations, which we have reported on this channel? In fact, I will put a link in the video description to a very specific mutilation and abduction case that will send shivers down your spine. Now, I am not doing this to scare you, and I don't want you to be scared. But again, this just goes to the point that we have to look at the evidence that we have, and we need to let people know that there are things out there that are unsettling about this research. Mutilations and abductions being one of them, albeit that they are less common, but they do happen. You know, there was a doctor by the name of Roger Lear who has become the go-to guy for alien implant removals. Roger Lear was a successful Californian podiatrist, or foot doctor, when he first heard stories going around of people who had claimed to have alien implants inside of them. And of course, at the beginning, he thought that it was all a bunch of malarkey, it was nonsense. And so he decided that he would disprove these alien implant stories. And so when he heard of a patient complaining that she had found an alien device implanted in her body, Mr. Lear offered to do the surgery required to remove it for free. and to his amazement, he discovered that she really did have an unknown, mysterious object inside her after all. And that's what started him on his journey. And since then has performed a number of these removals of alien implants over the years and has perfected these surgical operations. And what he has found, specifically in regards to the type of objects that he's finding in these people, many of them, or most of them, are found to be metallic. Some of them emit radio waves and frequencies. Many of them are attached to nerve endings within the body, causing patients to cry out in pain when they are removed, even after they've been anesthetized. He's also found that sometimes there is a scar in the external part of the body where the implant was located, but often there's no scar at all. Many of these implants have also been found to be wrapped in a sort of protective membrane that makes them unable to be removed. And of course, many of these implants have been sent to laboratories for analysis, and then these laboratories will at the most tell you that yes, this is definitely an unknown object, they have no idea what they are, but they will still refuse to call them alien in nature, because again, this goes back to the institutionalized indoctrination and cover-up. But anyway, I guess I'm getting a little bit off point here, but I just wanted to touch base with you on the fact that there is a range of emotion attached to the UFO and alien phenomenon, and some of the titles in my videos to some people may be outlandish, but I can assure you none of it is for hype. I don't need hype. I have over 500,000 subscribers, people know what my channel's about, and I title my videos according to the content and the source material that I'm talking about. And in this research, I can guarantee you nothing is too outlandish. So, back to these sightings. We have the one over Winnipeg, and now we have this new one that has occurred over Dorchester, England. Formations of these lights continue to be seen all over the world. I want to put an alert out there for all of you guys to keep your eyes up and your video cameras ready, because you never know when you'll see these things in your neck of the woods, and when you do, be sure to send it over to me. Alright, so let me know what you guys think, and feel free to share your stories if you have personal experience with sightings like this, abductions, strange happenings, whatever you want. Let me know. You can also email me. All of my contact info is down below. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Be sure to stick around. I've got a whole lot more coming, and I'll see you back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.